Welcome to TFP TV. Quetta erupts, deadly clashes between BYC protesters and police deepen Balochistan crisis. On March 21, 2025, Quetta, the capital of Pakistan's Balochistan province, became the epicenter of escalating tensions as clashes erupted between law enforcement agencies and members of the Baloch Committee, BYC. The unrest was sparked by the recent arrests of key BYC figures, including Baloch and his relatives, intensifying long-standing grievances within the Baloch community. The BYC, established in 2020, has been at the forefront of advocating against enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killings in Balochistan. Their activism underscores the community's persistent allegations of systemic marginalization and human rights violations by state authorities. The recent detentions were perceived by many as a continuation of these oppressive measures, prompting the BYC to organize a protest on Sariab Road in Quetta. The demonstration, initially peaceful, escalated when police forces intervened using tear gas, water cannons, and blank gunfire to disperse the protesters. Conflicting reports have since emerged regarding the casualties resulting from this confrontation. Medical officials from Bolan Medical College Hospital reported receiving 2 bodies from the protest area, while Civil Hospital Quetta documented 1 fatality and 9 injuries, including that of a female police officer. In contrast, Dr. Mahrang Baloch, the chief organizer of the BYC, claimed that 3 protesters were killed and 13 others injured due to police actions. The Balochistan government's response emphasized the necessity of maintaining public order. Officials asserted that the protesters resorted to violence by pelting stones and attacking police personnel, resulting in injuries to 10 officers. Government spokesperson Shahid Rind highlighted the state's responsibility to uphold the rule of law and cautioned against any actions that could disrupt societal harmony. In reaction to the crackdown, the BYC announced a province-wide shutterdown and wheeljam strike for March 22, 2025. Reports indicate that several cities across Balochistan, including Turbat, Khuzestar, Washuk, and Shurab, observed the strike, with businesses closing and roads being blocked as a form of protest. Additionally, mobile services in Quetta have been suspended since the night of March 21, further complicating communication and the dissemination of information. The situation took a more severe turn on the morning of March 22 when security forces conducted a pre-dawn raid on a BYC sit-in. During this operation, Dr. Mahrang Baloch and several other protesters were arrested, and the bodies of the deceased protesters, which were central to the demonstration, were reportedly seized by the authorities. The BYC condemned this action, describing it as a brutal pre-dawn raid where peaceful protesters, including women and children, were subjected to extreme violence. These developments have drawn the attention of international human rights organizations. Amnesty International expressed alarm over the reports of deaths and injuries resulting from the use of live ammunition by authorities against unarmed protesters. The organization criticized the Pakistani authorities' actions as a shocking indictment of their disregard for human life and called for an immediate end to the crackdown on peaceful protesters. The ongoing unrest in Quetta is set against a backdrop of heightened tensions in Balochistan. Recently, militants from the Baloch Liberation Army, BLA, hijacked the Jafar Express train, leading to a deadly confrontation that resulted in significant casualties among security personnel and civilians. The government's subsequent operation claimed the lives of 33 militants. These events have further strained relations between the Baloch community and state authorities, with the former accusing the latter of systemic oppression and neglect. The arrest of prominent figures like Dr. Mahrang Baloch has intensified calls for justice and accountability. Observers note that the state's heavy-handed approach may exacerbate existing grievances and fuel further unrest. The situation in Quetta remains volatile, with the potential for escalating tensions if constructive dialogue between the government and Baloch representatives is not pursued. In conclusion, the recent clashes in Quetta highlight the deep-seated issues plaguing Balochistan. The cycle of protests and crackdowns underscores the urgent need for meaningful engagement and reforms to address the legitimate concerns of the Baloch people. Without such measures, the province risks further instability, which could have broader implications for Pakistan's national cohesion and security. Thanks for watching TFP TV.